Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? It's Professional here. Welcome back to my playthrough 63 days. So on this part, we have the final part, the final mission, and this game has one of the saddest emotional endings that I've ever seen to a game. And the final mission in the game actually shows a lot of the crimes that the Soviet Union actually committed against Poland and the Polish people. And I will talk a lot about that as we go through it, but especially if you are a Polish American or you're from Poland or you have any kind of Polish ancestry anywhere else in the world, this mission could be very emotional for you, so I'm just letting everybody know ahead of time. A lot of the stuff that happened here is based on true events, and it's really horrible. But anyways, let's do it here. October 13, 1944, the uprising fell. Youngster learned that his brother is held captive by the NKVD. When observing the prison and trying to come up with a rescue plan, he recognizes a familiar face. Epilogue.
"63 dni. Przyjęło się mówić, że tyle trwało powstanie, ale prawda jest taka, że po prostu tyle wytrzymaliśmy. Po zaledwie tygodniu umiarkowanych sukcesów, reszta była agonią. Nie da się walczyć samym sercem, gdy masz przed sobą czołgi, za nimi artylerię, a na ciebie spadają bomby Luftwaffe. Ostatnie dni tej agonii obserwowałem z drugiego brzegu, w sowieckim mundurze. Pierwsza armia Wojska Polskiego została sformowana z ofiar sowieckiej okupacji naszego kraju w latach 39-41, gdy Hitler i Stalin udawali jeszcze przyjaciół. Dla tych ludzi wywiezionych tysiące kilometrów na pustkowia ZSRR, przystąpienie do formowanych oddziałów było jedyną szansą na powrót do kraju. Jedyną szansą, by usłyszeć jeszcze raz polski hymn, zobaczyć polską flagę. Szkoda tylko, że większość oficerów było bolszewickimi marionetkami, z których niewielu potrafiło mówić po polsku. Mój brat nie chciał słyszeć o założeniu sowieckiego munduru. Takiego, jaki nosili oprawcy naszego ojca. Honorowo i z uniesioną głową został zabrany przez NKWD, określany jako element niebezpieczny. Tak zwykle nazywali dzielnych polskich patriotów. Pomimo tego zdecydowałem się założyć ten mundur. To była jedyna możliwość, by mieć nadzieję na ocalenie brata. Wiedziałem, że inaczej spotka go taki sam los jak ojca. Tylko on mi pozostał. Szybko zniknąłem ze swojej jednostki, korzystając z chaosu, jaki panował w Armii Czerwonej. Kilka zdobycznych butelek wódki pomogło mi dowiedzieć się, gdzie mój brat jest przesłuchiwany i torturowany. Przez kilka dni obserwowałem budynek na Targowej, w którym NKWD urządziła swoje gniazdo cierpień. Pewnego dnia zauważyłem, że ktoś jeszcze obserwuje ten budynek. Ktoś, kogo rozpoznałem w przeciągu sekundy.
Praga is a neighborhood in Warsaw.
Hełmy, noże, manierki,
No nie wierzę.
pamiątki z wojny, wszystko wzięte od martwych faszystów.
No cześć, Smarku.
Młody, już myślałem, że znowu mnie okradną.
Co ty tu robisz?
Sprzedaję pamiątki.
Ale skąd się tu wziąłeś? Gdzie twoja żabka?
Długa historia. Zwiało mi ją, gdy płynęliśmy przez Wisłę. Walczyliśmy na Mokotowie, ale potem musieliśmy uciekać.
Pewnego dnia mi wszystko opowiesz, ale teraz mam tu robotę.
Ja też.
Co? Sprzedajesz pamiątki? W tym deszczu?
Nie, rozpoznaję ten budynek. Zabrali tu Helgę tydzień temu.
Nie gadaj. Mojego brata i burzę też.
Więc żyją?
Mam nadzieję. No więc co? Rozpoznałeś?
Najlepiej jest wejść od tamtej ulicy. Przenoszą tamtędy dużo jakichś gratów i też sporo ludzi się kręci. I wiem, że Helga ciągle tam jest. Widziałem przez płot, jak ją gdzieś wlekli.
No, to już coś. Wszystko, co ja wyciągnąłem od nachlanego NKWDzisty, to... Pytaj Limanowa, on ma wszystko w papierach. Nie ma biura, to kurwa nie pamiętam.
To co, wchodzimy?
Chodź, dzieciaku.
Nie jestem dzieciakiem.
Prawda? Zmieniłeś się przez ostatni czas. Głośna ta burza, prawie jak nalot.
Zupełnie nie jak nalot.
Ale pomoże nam to, jeżeli trzeba by narobić trochę hałasu.
Okay, so the uprising has failed. That's why the game is called 63 Days. It lasted from August 1st until October 2nd or 3rd, 1944. And so the Soviets have now entered Warsaw. This prison, this prison is either one of two things. It was a real prison. It's either based in the Toledo prison, which the Toledo prison I couldn't find a picture of because it was later destroyed, but there's actually a memorial at the place where it actually is. And the Toledo prison was a prison that was used by the NKVD, which are basically Stalin's secret police, and they housed Polish freedom fighters, Polish resistance fighters, anyone who did not like the Soviet government, political prisoners. A lot of Polish people were murdered in that prison. Or this prison could be the Mokotov prison, which they actually mentioned that Helga was actually captured in the Mokotov area, and that was actually a prison that was operated by the Soviets and then later by the Polish communist, puppet forces for decades. It's a very infamous prison. And also, about the Toledo prison is, it was converted, after Stalin died and the de-Stalinization happened, the prison was actually converted into a women's prison, and then later in the 1970s, altogether, it was just torn down and converted into apartment buildings. There was actually, the Polish government was actually digging around the area 2 years ago, and they actually found human remains in what was the former Toledo prison. Rvicie Okuvit. Break the change. Break the change. And so about 63 days, and I'm ultimately working on a review for this game. This is the ultimate, Polish World War II game. Like, when it comes to the Polish perspective of World War II, it is the, best game for that. It perfectly explains the Polish perspective, explains what Poland went through, the story of the Warsaw Uprising, which a lot of times games and movies don't cover, and it also shows the crimes of the Soviet Union against Poland. And so the first 5 missions in the game, you fought against the Germans, but in the final mission, you fight against the Soviets. And it's because the Soviet government...
Śmiesznie gadają, jak wieśniaki.
Wielu z nich w ogóle nie mówi po rosyjsku. Pochodzą z całej Azji.
Daleko to?
Kurewsko, daleko.
The Soviet government never saw the Polish resistance as allies. They always saw them as enemies. That's why they didn't help during the Warsaw Uprising. That's why Stalin let it fail, even though Soviet troops were across the Vistula. Because Stalin knew that if the Polish resistance succeeded, that they would, what would happen is that they would establish their own government afterwards, and it would be very, very difficult for Stalin to. It would be very difficult for Stalin to then create his own puppet government. Now, about these guys right here, NKVD are very suspicious enemies. Look out for the blue hats, even if you're disguised. You may use curiosity to your advantage if you don't run. Their officers will recognize you unless you look like one of them. So right here, see this guy? This guy is NKVD. And so this game has a lot of units that you don't see in World War II games. And the NKVD, this was a real unit, and these guys are evil. Pure evil. These guys are the worst of the Soviet military. The worst are the NKVD. For people that don't know what the NKVD is, NKVD, they are the Stalin's secret police, basically Soviet Gestapo. They are basically the equivalent of the Soviet Gestapo. Whenever those horrible purges happened, those massacres happened, whenever those roundups would happen, people would get mass arrested, they would get sent to gulags. These guys are the guys who did that for Stalin. It was the NKVD. And you can tell who the NKVD are is because of their blue hats. And the NKVD are also the guys who were responsible for the Katyn massacre. The Katyn massacre happened in April April 1940, and basically what that was when the Soviet Union invaded Poland 2 weeks later, in September 17, 1939. Stalin took thousands of Polish prisoners of war to the forest in Katyn, which is in Smolensk, modern-day Russia today, and they mass executed them. It's actually shown in the movie, the Katyn Massacre, and they just threw them in a mass grave. And then later the bodies were actually found. The bodies were found in 1943 by the Germans, and the Germans used it also as propaganda. And then the Germans created their own movie, blaming the Soviets for it, and then the Soviets later created their own movie blaming the Germans for it. But there was an international investigation done about the Katyn massacre, and the international investigation confirmed that it was the Soviets who mass murdered all those Polish prisoners of war, and it was the NKVD. And what happened is it wasn't until in the Soviet Union and in Poland it was illegal to even mention the Katyn massacre. If you said that the NKVD committed the Katyn massacre, you get arrested, you get thrown in the back of a van, and you'd never be seen again. That's how horrible the terror was in Poland. It was just terrible. And about this, it wasn't until like 1989 or 1990 when the Soviet Union released documents during Gorbachev's time, and they finally admitted to it, that they were the ones who committed the Katyn massacre. Also, if you want to know how horrible these Soviet prisons were in Poland, the Mokotów prison actually had housed several resistance fighters, Polish resistance fighters, and one of their biggest inmates that they had was a guy by the name of Witold Pilecki. And Witold Pilecki is one of the greatest heroes in Poland. And the background behind him is he was a Polish soldier before the war. He was later a resistance fighter. And what Witold Pilecki did was he voluntarily let himself get captured so he could get taken to Auschwitz. That's what he did. And the reason he did that was so he could gather intelligence on what was going on. And he exposed the Holocaust. He showed the world what was going on in Nazi-occupied Poland. He exposed how the Nazis were just mass murdering people inside these camps. They were just genociding people, just the horrible conditions, what they were doing. Because people had an idea at that time that the Holocaust was going on, there was murders happening, but the entire world didn't know the extent of what Germany was doing. But Witold Pilecki exposed that, and so he was a true hero of Poland. You have to be an extremely brave person. You have to have this guy is one of the most bravest people that I've ever seen in history. You have to be a really, really brave guy in order to voluntarily go to some place like Auschwitz. To voluntarily let yourself become a prisoner, you would have to be a very, very brave guy. And he later escaped from Auschwitz. And what ended up happening is what the tragedy was about it is that later on he was captured by the Soviets after World War II. And what happened was Stalin had him tried and declared that he was an enemy of the people and that he was an enemy of the Soviet Union, and Stalin had him executed in Mokotów prison. So imagine going through all of that, and then after World War II to get executed by the Soviets like that. And so it honestly just pisses me off that the Soviet government had just done such horrible things, like this in Poland. And so when it comes to the Soviet Union, a lot of people were asking me this on my World at War playthrough. They were asking me, do I think that the Soviet Union were the good guys in World War II? My perspective on that is that the average Soviet soldier, like Chernov in World at War, there was good people in the Red Army that, fought to, just protect their lands. They weren't communists, and, they fought to help defeat Nazi Germany, and they deserve credit. But when it comes to the Soviet government, the NKVD, Stalin, no. They were not the good guys. They were very much evil. They were bad guys. It was more the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So when it comes to the American perspective is, we allied with the Soviet Union because they were fighting against Germany, who we hated. So they were already fighting against Germany 6 months when we entered the war, but then we decided we were helping them too, especially like Lend-Lease and sending aid to the Soviet Union because they were fighting Germany. And so like right here, for example, you can see like an American Jeep, and that is actually part of Lend-Lease, where the Lend-Lease program was where the U.S. had sent thousands of tanks, jeeps, guns, you know, food and medical supplies to the Soviet Union. And so this helped the Soviet Union greatly, but modern day Russia tries to downplay the Lend-Lease, and they try to make it seem like the Lend-Lease did not help, when in reality it did. Even Khrushchev, who was later the General Secretary, the Communist Party leader of the Soviet Union after Stalin, he admitted that without the Lend-Lease program, that the Soviet Union would have collapsed. So basically, to sum it up, were the Soviets the good guys in World War II? The average Soviet soldier that helped defeat the Nazis, that was not a bad person, are heroes. But the Soviet government, and the Soviet soldiers who committed these atrocities, and Stalin, the government of the Soviet Union, no, they are not heroes, and they are very much villains. And for Polish people, the nightmare in Poland did not end until 1989. So Poland's nightmare did not end when World War II ended, because Poland suffered for 40 more years of Soviet and communist occupation. So that's basically, it's like, if you're a Polish person and you're watching this video, you know everything that I'm saying right here. But the thing is, the vast majority of the world does not know about this. They don't know about the horrible crimes that the Soviet Union committed in Poland after World War II, the oppression, the locking up of political opponents. There was even, the Soviets were such scummy that they even created an amnesty for, you know, anti-communist fighters and resistance members. And the amnesty was basically, you know, if you come forward, you know, all charges will be dropped. But it was just a trick, and people were just mass arrested and just sent to work camps and killed. So that's it. Poland has just suffered so much through, you know, through German and Soviet occupation in the 20th century. Okay, let's get in there then. And this mission is also very difficult. It's not as difficult as the last mission, but the final mission is pretty difficult. Wait for that guy to turn around. Okay, now after you throw that rock, quickly run in here. Okay, ooh. Okay. This guy right here is going to be a problem. Also, this is the only World War II game where I've ever seen the NKVD, and so the NKVD did such horrible things, but you never really see them in any kind of World War II game, and so this is the only, you know, World War II game where I've seen them. Ah, crap, yep. Damn, that's tough. Okay. That guy, I forgot about that guy that just, you know, constantly, like, looking, you know. The NKVD have the largest sight in the game. Like, they can see farther than the SS officers, so they are the toughest enemies in 63 days. Okay. Can use inside. Okay, perfect.
Жуков свое дело.
Okay, did we get away? Ooh, that was close. Okay. Close this door and just hide in here.
Скоро Гитлеру хана.
Okay, now we gotta get Youngster inside the prison. This guy could be a problem right here. Okay.
No dobra, to teraz gdzie jest ten Limenow? Numer biura kurwa nie pamiętam. Biuro. Łatwiej by było, gdybym wyglądał jak oficer.
Okay. Okay.
Limenow! To jego
Damn, those
pokój.
NKVD guys have really far sight. Okay. Hit this guy on the head. Okay. Now you and Henyu go in the other room.
Limenow. Dokładnie go szukamy. I gdzie on jest?
Close this door.
Chodź, potrzebuję twojej pomocy.
Надоело мне воевать. Говорят, наши уже на Берлин.
Okay. We go in these bathrooms here.
Свое дело знает. Скоро Гитлеру хана.
Just wait for the thunder.
Когда уже эти фашисты сдадутся?
If you time it with the thunder, they will not hear it.
Как говорится, бей до победы. Как фильм. Как думаешь, сколько еще немцы протянут?
У нас пайки еще остались.
Okay, it's two of them gone.
Надоело мне воевать. Говорят, наши уже на Берлин идут.
You can just get rid of them all here in the bathrooms. Okay. There's still two more NKVD officers on this floor, I know that.
Свое дело знает.
Okay, here comes another one.
Когда уже эти фашисты сдадутся? Ура, привет, фашистам конец.
Damn. Okay.
Po nim.
Как говорится, бей до победы. Как победу. Как думаешь, сколько еще немцев протянут? Надоело.
There's still one more that's gonna go to the bathroom, I know that.
Жуков свое дело знает.
Okay. Oh, no, no, no. Okay. Is he going to the bathroom?
Не вешай нос. Скоро победу отпразднуем. У нас пайки еще
Когда
остались.
уже эти
I think he is going to the bathroom. Okay.
фашистова и лес, фашистам конец.
Что-то я устал.
Как говорится, бей до победы, как бил. Как думаешь, сколько еще немцы протянут?
Trup na miejscu.
Okay.
Хлопнуть по 100 грамм сейчас.
Is that all of them?
Михалыч,
Надоело мне
мне
воевать.
убили.
I don't know. There's any NKVD left here. Okay. Hanyu has a gun, and so does Youngster. Okay.
Говорят, наши
The Gaunt revolver. And you notice the weapons have changed to Soviet weapons now, so you'll see the NKVD officers will be carrying the Gaunt revolvers. They would also carry Tokarev pistols a lot of times.
Не вешай нос. Скоро победу отпразднуем.
Как думаешь, сколько еще немцы протянут?
У нас пайки еще остались.
Надоело мне воевать.
Wait for the thunder. Come on. Thunder, come on.
Говорят, наши уже дошли.
Okay.
Сейчас бы Аллах души. Что-то я устал. Спать, что ли?
Okay, Okay, that's pretty much it for all the NKVD officers that have been walking around. This guy's passed out right here.
Когда
Okay, wait for the thunder.
сдадутся?
Get his ammo too. Okay.
Не вешай нос. Скоро победу отпразднуем.
Killing these two guys back here is the most challenging thing.
Кто это свое дело знает?
У нас пайки еще остались.
Okay. Okay, we got the key to Limonov's office now. Now let's get out of here because chances are they could find the bodies eventually.
Зубровку пробовал?
Скоро Гитлеру хана.
Got rid of him. Open this door. Let's also close this door here, because I have a feeling they're gonna eventually find the bodies. Okay.
No, cóż za skrupulatny człowiek. Wszystko tu jest. Nie będzie mu już potrzebne. Zobaczmy. Bąk. Jest i burza. Areszt. Piętro drugie. Izolować.
That's where Helga and Lynx have been taken. And Storm.
Borowski. Antoni. Budynek A. Przesłuchać. Więc to chyba nie ten budynek. Cholera. Nie wiem, jak Helga ma na nazwisko.
Ja też nie. Ale trzymają ją w innym budynku. Widziałem którym.
Pożyczę sobie te papiery. Zacznijmy
Okay.
od burzy. Jest chyba w tym budynku.
Storm's in the same building as us, so we're gonna free him first. Okay. Crap. Ah, damn. I forgot about that guy on the, that guy who just keeps coming up the staircase. This guy. Watch out for him. Okay. Have Hanyu crawl in here. Okay. Okay, watch out for this guy here. This guy keeps coming up and down the stairs. He's a threat. Okay. Hanyu's safe now. Okay. Hide underneath this balcony right here. This guy is... I gotta take this guy down. He's gonna be a problem.
Как говорится, бей.
Okay. We're gonna want to watch out for this guy that keeps constantly walking back and forth. He can get annoying. Okay, Hanyu's safe now. And watch out for that NKVD officer right there. gonna be really close here.
Zacznijmy od góry. Jest chyba w tym budynku.
Ruszam.
Dobra.
Okay, have Hanyu hide in there. Gonna be really close here. Have Hanyu hit him? Okay. This guy's carrying a PPSH, okay. We don't have to worry about him anymore. Okay, now this part, you don't need to do this part, but it helps so much to get the NKVD uniform. It'll help you get through so many areas. Okay. Okay. Those are actual Soviet songs they're playing, by the way. Okay. Okay. Here's what we do. Need that knife quickly. There we go.
No i dobrze.
Okay, both dead. Okay, now Hanyu is gonna stay back here. The rest of this is Youngster now.
Что ты, Youngster?
Wait for him to turn, and we're gonna go through here.
Milutka impreza.
Сашка, иди сюда, выпьем. Это не Сашка, придурок. А на вид как Сашка. Сашку убили, дебил. А, ну да, забыл.
Cut through these rooms. this part gets very tricky, but what you have to do is... don't kill this guy, because if you kill this guy, they'll see the body even all the way back there. I don't know how, but they'll see it eventually. There's only one other guy you want to kill on this floor. Bro, this rock. Right behind them. Go in this room. Close the door. This was a lot of work to figure this out, how to get through this part. Because, like, when I was doing this part the first time, like, I was struggling to figure out, like, what I had to do here to get past these guys. And it's actually in plain sight, but it's not easy to figure out. What, you see the NKVD guy's cone of vision? Open this door now. See how that's, affecting his cone of vision now? Wait for the thunder.
Zdychaj, potworze. Biedna dziewczyna.
What he was talking about was right here. Look at this. This guy had raped and killed this girl in this bathtub. And stuff like this did happen when the Soviet army was going through places like Poland and Germany. There was rapes against Polish and German women. And especially from the NKVD, they would especially do something like that. The NKVD were just complete evil, soulless monsters. Okay. Climb out this window. Climb up here.
Что-то я устал.
Как говорится, бей до победы, как били деды. Как думаешь, сколько еще немцы протянут?
Лопнуть бы посту сейчас. Михалыч поставляется.
Wait for the thunder. Take him out now. Okay. There we go.
Надоело мне воевать.
Okay, now we got the NKVD uniform, and that's gonna help so much in the mission, because you can use that to walk right past NKVD guards and they won't spot you. Okay, so now we're dressed as one of them.
Jest lepiej. Ale dalej nie będę próbował z nimi rozmawiać.
Что-то я устал.
We don't need anything else on this floor. We're getting out of here.
Скоро Гитлеру хана.
У нас пайки еще остались.
Когда уже эти
Get rid of him.
Как говорится, бей до победы. Как думаешь, сколько еще немцы платят? Кто там? Какого черта? Блин! Говорят, наши уже на Берлин идут.
Okay.
Надоело мне воевать.
Their wanted level will go down in a second. I don't know how I got spotted there, but these two guys, you have to get rid of them. These two guys that are over here.
Как думаешь, сколько еще немцы платят?
Михалыч проставляется. У него юбилей.
Надоело мне воевать.
I'm gonna get rid of him next. I have to get rid of him because Henyu's not gonna be able to move up unless I get rid of him. Wait for the thunder. Okay, it's another one dead.
Свое дело знает.
Be really quick with this before the guy comes back inside. Okay. And use that to crawl out through here. Close this door too. Okay.
Вернусь домой и напьюсь как следует. Все-таки не зря мы старались.
Have Henyu wait back here.
Михалыч проставляется. У него юбилей.
Thin out some of these guys.
Эх, вот бы сейчас домой к Людке. Зубровку пробовал? Хороша.
Okay, dead.
Говорят, наши
Михалыч
уже на
проставляется.
Берлин.
У него юбилей. Зубровку пробовал? Хороша.
Another one down.
Свое дело знает.
Не вешай нос. Скоро победу отдаст.
Okay, this guy here is gonna separate. Okay, another one down. Clearing up half. Okay.
Немного. Не вешай нос. Скоро победу отдаст.
Okay. Now if Henyu move up, while Henyu moves up, go through here and get rid of this guy next.
Namalowali tu jedynkę. Dwójka pewnie jest na górze.
Wait for the thunder. Okay, he's dead. Get Henyu in here now. Yeah, so this part's a lot easier now that because that was the worst part was in the beginning. Get rid of the guard on the staircase. Get rid of him.
Nie możemy zostawić tych ludzi na pastwę losu.
Clear the cell block. Okay, there's 5 more guards here. It's optional objective. Save the people in the prison. Close this door. Okay, 4 left to clear out. Another one gone. Okay.
Что это такое?
Thunder. Okay, that should be it. I don't know why it says we're still alerted, but it's clear. Cell block is clear. Okay, let's release Storm now.
Obudź się. Wstawaj, Leniu.
Młody? Że ty będziesz mnie uwalniał, to się nie spodziewałem.
Chodź, musimy znaleźć mojego brata. Znasz nazwisko Helgi?
Krause?
Tak, jest tu. Budynek B.
To jeden z tych 2 małych.
Tak, mój brat jest w budynku A. Chodźmy.
Okay, now we have Storm.
Co ty tu robisz, dzieciaku?
Uwalniam cię, głupi. Chodź, musimy znaleźć Helgę i Ryśka.
Jeżeli ktoś tu jest głupi, to ty, Smarku.
Też tęskniłem.
I tak to się wszystko skończyło.
Tak, wszystko co zrobiliśmy poszło na marne.
Gdyby Sowiety ruszyły dupę i nam pomogły, moglibyśmy wygrać.
Tak? I tak byśmy tu skończyli.
Prawda, trzeba było spierdalać w las.
Wielu uciekło.
No, ja im zazdroszczę.
So, yeah, the Soviets again were not helping during the Warsaw Uprising because they wanted it to fail. And now, you look at this prison, look at the conditions that they're keeping people in. Just... Storm still, you know, can still stand up and move, but a lot of other people are just in such terrible conditions, such terrible states in here. Okay. Release the people from the cells.
Wstawajcie, uwalniamy was. Przygotujcie się.
Seven more cells to free. And also, these guys are in...
Stąd zaraz.
These prisoners have been tortured so badly, they're not in a state to fight. They can only get up and move, but they can't fight.
Ludzie, wychodzicie stąd. My oczyścimy drogę. Wstawać! Przygotujcie się, by wyjść. Patrzcie, gdzie idziemy i ostrożnie, za nami.
That translation is completely correct, by the way. It's on point, what he's saying. Okay, there's only one more cell left. There it is. Okay. Get Storm his knife. So now Storm's armed, Storm can help us. And, let's see about getting Storm a gun, too. Okay, Storm's armed now, too. Okay, so now look. The prisoners are all following us. We're gonna get everyone out of here. Okay, we're gonna have to clear this out here. First, we need that key.
Эх, сейчас бы оладушек.
Надоело мне воевать. Говорят, наши уже на Берлин идут.
Не вешать нос, скоро победу. У нас пайки еще остались.
Жуков свое дело знает. Скоро Гитлеру хана.
Эх, сейчас бы оладушек.
Когда уже
Что-то
эти
я услышал.
Була, певец, фашистов, конец.
Черта.
Вань, ты слышал?
Okay, now while they're distracted, knife this guy. Get his body out of here.
Вернусь домой.
Говорится, с ней до победы. Как думаешь, сколько еще
Отвожу.
протянут? Надоело мне
По
воевать.
100 грамм сейчас. Михалыч,
Говорят, наши уже на
не
Берлин
убили.
идут.
Зубровку пробовал? Хороша. Не вешать нос, скоро победу отпразднуем.
There we go. Okay, cleared it.
Powiedział.
Room clear. Okay, next part's up the Storm here. Okay.
Как же я по родне соскучился.
Okay, close this door. Okay, now dump this body here. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna need everyone on this part here. There's a general in here.
Вернусь домой.
Okay. Aw, damn, how did they hear that? Okay. This part, yeah, I'm not sure how they heard that.
Хлопнуть бы по столу. Все-таки не зря мы старались.
Okay, that's that. Okay, clear. Okay, now we've got to clear the hallway.
Здравия желаю. Эх, вот бы сейчас домой к Михалыч представляется. Мне бы юбилей.
Okay, if Hanyu used the gun, they would still hear it over here. Okay.
Что там за звук?
I really hope this works. There we go, clear. Okay, that worked. That worked actually a lot better than I thought it was going to. Okay, prisoners are coming in the hallway. Next objective, clear the first courtyard. We're gonna have to clear this out and move the prisoners through this. Okay. Unlock this door, but don't open it. This room is the most disturbing floor in the, this is the torture floor.
Jak? Wypoczęta? To gdzie jest twój ojciec i Lewnicka? Pamiętasz? Matkę już mamy, szmato. Gdzie on jest? Mów mi teraz, kurwa! Adres, kurwa! Co? Będziesz milczeć? Zaraz ci pokażę, szmato. Rozumiesz? Zginiesz tu, kurwa!
There we go.
Zaraz pójdę po kolegów. Wiesz co zrobię,
Okay, so now look at this.
tak? Ty szmato,
This is the horror of the NKVD.
powiesz nam wszystko.
This is the horrors of Soviet communism right here.
Mów mi to natychmiast! Nie mam zamiaru tracić na ciebie
He's burning this girl with a cigarette. This guy right here, he's smashing a guy's hand with a hammer.
Dawaj tu łapę. Dziecki, dajesz nazwiska, kurwa, albo ci rozjemy tą rękę, kurwa. Pamiętasz czy nie, kurwa, jak się nazywają?
Stuff like this was very common in communist occupied Poland. The NKVD were evil monsters. This guy's getting beat up in a chair. This prisoner's barely alive in here.
Jaki jest adres? Gdzie żeście spotkali? Gdzie, kurwo jedna? Opowiadaj!
He's doing something to his hand here.
Chcesz więcej? Proszę bardzo.
This guy's hanging through a pipe. That's such a... that position hanging like that. Oh my god, this girl's being electrocuted. Jesus, excuse my language. These guys right here, this is October in Poland, which can get cold, and they're forced to stand in the window with no shirt, and then a guy keeps coming in and throwing cold water on them, and that's basically just so they freeze.
Co to kurwa za spanie Markowski? Nie zdejmuj go. Szalej.
My god, this... My god. So yeah, so I want to thank the developers Destructive Creations for you know, making this game, because a lot of people don't know this. A lot of people don't know about the Soviet crimes against Poland during World War II and after World War II, and this is a perfect example of that. So this is, you know, telling us a story in history that a lot of people don't know about, and hopefully this game, you know, teaches more people about the Soviet atrocities against Poland. But everyone in here is gonna die. I'm gonna kill every single person on this floor. But let me see if I can translate. He's saying, where the F is he? Tell me right now. I'm wasting so much time on you, you Polish rag. You enjoy this? Tell me the names or else. Do you remember? Effin' names. You will die in this room. What is the address? Where the F is it? Talk. Effin' talk. Talk to me. Address. Effin' address. What the F do you think? You think that we won't effing find him? We will find all of you. You're gonna go, trash. Are you going to finally talk? Address, give me the effing address. I understand everything that they're saying, that the NKVD guards are saying. They're speaking Polish, by the way, they're not speaking Russian. What the F? Do you remember where your brother is?
Panie, z braciszkiem jechaliście, nie? Tak? Co myślisz, kurwa, że go nie znajdziemy?
You think that we won't effing find him?
Co to kurwa za spanie Markowi? Nie śpimy, kurwa. Kurwa, znajdziemy was wszystkich. Kurwa, braciszek do kwiatu pójdzie. Ty pójdziesz. Śmieciu.
You will go just like your brother.
Kurwa, kurwa. Przypomniałeś sobie, kurwa? Masz zapal sobie, kurwa. Na zdrowie. Suka, masz, kurwa. Podoba ci się?
You enjoy this?
Pamiętasz czy nie, kurwa, jak się nazywają? Nie pamiętasz? Kurwo! Zdechniesz tu, rozumiesz? Rozumiesz, kurwo?
You will die here. Do you happen to understand? That's what they're roughly what all of them are saying.
Gdzie jest twój ojciec, Lewnicka? Pamiętasz?
Where is your father?
Gdzie on jest? Mów mi teraz, kurwa! Adres...
Tell me effing now. Give me an address.
Milczeć?
Are you gonna cry?
Każesz szmato, kurwa, wszystko nam powiesz.
You will tell us everything, you rag.
Adres, kurwa, mać!
Give me the effing address.
Jak nie, zaraz pójdę po kolegę. Wiesz co zrobimy? No i wiesz, kurwa, nie? Szmato.
But to my Polish viewers, let me know if my translation was correct on what they were saying. I'm pretty much understanding what they're saying.
Nie mam zamiaru tracić czasu, szmato polska!
My god, it's like to be able to do stuff like this, like you have to be a really sick person.
Masz, kurwa!
And also the amount of Polish people that died in these prisons and these torture rooms, it's unknown. We don't know. It's definitely in the thousands, but we don't know the true number because the fact that the Soviets did not keep records on the amount of people that died in these places. So to this day, we're not going to know exactly. And that's just in Poland. In just in Poland, it was thousands of people in these prisons. But then when it comes to the gulags, you had hundreds of thousands of Polish people in the gulags that were out in Siberia. So you had thousands, hundreds of thousands of Polish victims of Stalin.
Kurwa! Co, będziesz milczeć? Zaraz ci pokażę, szmato, kurwa, wszystko nam powiesz. Rozumiesz, kurwa? Podaj ten adres, kurwa, mać! A jak nie, to zaraz pójdę po kolegów. Wiesz co zrobimy? No i wiesz, kurwa, tak? Szmato, będzie ci się to podobać. Powiesz nam wszystko. Gdzie
Oh my
on,
god.
kurwa, jest?
What that guy just said, that was the most disturbing thing that he said. He said, weźmie moich kolegów i wiesz co zrobimy. Which that basically means in Polish is I'm gonna get my friends and you know what we're gonna do to you. And that's basically saying, he's basically saying that he's gonna rape her.
Nie mam zamiaru tracić
They're gonna...
czasu, szmato polska!
My god, it's...
Zapal sobie, kurwa. Suka, masz, kurwa! Podoba ci się? Pamiętasz, kurwa, czy nie? Zajebie cię, kurwa!
Okay, I'm gonna kill everyone in this prison. Everyone, all the guards in here are gonna be killed. So I will tell you guys one thing. One thing that really pisses me off is when I see, like, comments of people saying that the Soviet Union, like, liberated Poland. No, the Soviet Union did not liberate Poland. Poland was under Nazi imperialism and suffered under Nazi occupation, but then it suffered under Soviet occupation and Soviet imperialism. So all Poland did is Poland traded one occupier for another occupier. That's basically what happened during World War II to Poland. So the nightmare did not end until Poland was finally freed from communism in 1989. When Stalin died in 1953, the Poland went through a de-Stalinization process. It wasn't as bad as under Stalin, like there wasn't that bad of a terror, but there was still authoritarianism, there was still fear of the government.
Już mamy szmato. Gdzie on jest? Mów mi teraz, kurwa! Adres, kurwa! Co, będziesz milczeć? Zaraz ci pokażę, szmato, kurwa. Wszystko nam powiesz. Podaj ten adres, kurwa, mać! Jak nie, zaraz pójdę po kolegów. Wiesz co zrobimy? No i wiesz, kurwa, tak? Szmata, będzie ci się to podobać. Powiesz nam
Okay, there we go. That scumbag's dead.
Nie pamiętasz! Kurwo! Zdechniesz tu, rozumiesz? Rozumiesz, kurwo?
Next one's dead. Scum. Just these guys are just absolute scum.
No dobra.
Okay. I'm gonna go. This guy. I'm gonna have to get rid of him because he constantly keeps walking in the hallways. Oh wait, my knife. Forgot about my knife. I gotta get that back.
Говорят, наши уже на Берлине.
Mówiłem, Markowski, że nie śpimy, kurwa! Siadaj, kurwa! Nie pamiętasz, że jest twój brat?
Хлоп быть по 100 грамм сейчас.
Когда уже?
Co myślisz, kurwa, że go nie znajdziemy? Kurwa, ty!
Ула, лес, фашист.
Oh, damn. Okay, I didn't think he was gonna see it in there. I didn't think he would see it over there.
Co to, kurwa, za spanie? Mówiłem, Markowski, że nie śpimy, kurwa! Siadaj! Jest twój brat? Kurwa! Сука, ебана!
Как думаешь, сколько еще немцев хотят?
Зубровку пробовал?
Надоело мне воевать.
Не вешать,
Говорят, наши
скоро
уже на
победа.
Берлине.
Okay.
У нас пайки еще.
That guy's gone.
Свое дело.
Okay, close this door so they don't see that. Let's clear out this cell block. Okay. Okay, cell block's almost cleared. Gotta wait for the thunder. Come on, thunder. There we go. Okay, now pick them up, pick up their bodies, and get them away from the windows. Because I don't understand the logic in this, but the guys on the outside, they can somehow see the bodies on the second floor if they're right near the windows. Like I said, I don't understand the logic behind it, but that's just how it is in this mission.
Co to kurwa za spanie? No nie, Markowski, że nie śpimy, kurwa. Siadaj, kurwa.
What kind of sleeping is that? Sit down now. That's what he said.
Siadaj, kurwa.
What kind of effing sleep is that? Sit down. That's what he said.
Co, skoruba? Nie pamiętasz, że jest twój brat? Kurwa.
You don't remember where your brother is?
Panie, z braci nie wyjechaliście, nie? Tak? Co, myślisz, kurwa, że go nie znajdziemy?
What, you think we won't effing find him?
Как говорится, бей до победы. Как думаешь, сколько еще немцы протянут?
Okay. That's it for the cell block.
Надоело мне воевать.
Не вешай нос. Скоро
Говорят,
победа.
наши уже на Берлин идут.
У нас пайки еще остались. Эх, сейчас.
Жуков свое дело знает.
Скоро я устал.
Она. Когда уже эти фашисты сдадутся? Тула, Белец, фашистам конец.
Вот вернусь домой, напьюсь как следует. Хлопнуть бы по 100 грамм сейчас.
Как говорится, бей до победы. Как думаешь, сколько еще немцы протянут?
Михалыч проставляется. Мне бы юбилей.
Надоело мне воевать.
Пробовал?
Хорошо. Говорят, наши уже на Берлин идут.
Mhm.
Победу отправил.
Скоро Гитлеру
У нас
она.
пайки еще остались. Жрать охота.
Когда уже эти фашисты сдадутся?
Эх, сейчас.
TPSH.
Idę do środka.
Daję.
Okay, I think you guys know what I'm gonna do now. Let's see.
Что-то я устал. Спать, что ли? Вернусь домой.
Oh wait, there's still one more. me go and deal with him.
Как думаешь, сколько еще немцев протянут? Надоело мне воевать. Говорят, наши
Get him away from the window so that the guys outside don't see this.
Tam idę. Najdź.
Жуков свое дело знает. Скоро Гитлеру хана.
Не вешать нос.
Когда уже эти вышли?
У нас пайки еще остались.
Конец. Фашистам конец.
I think the pistol will be better to take it, because even if they can't come up here... yeah, even if they can't come up here, they will... They'll hear the shots and... Yeah.
Тула, Кирец, фашистам конец.
Dobra, dosyć!
Победу.
Ładuję! Wystrzelałem się!
There we go. Okay, it's clear. Those guys might be alerted out there, but it's not, it's not that big of a deal because they can't do anything. That final room is, like, almost impossible to stealth, like, you have to shoot them. As long as this door isn't unlocked, they cannot come in here. So as long as you don't unlock this door, they can't come in here. Just wait till the one level goes down, and we go into courtyard now. Okay, they'll stop looking in a moment here. This guy's last guy in alert. We We have to clear the courtyard so the prisoners can escape. Okay, door's unlocked, but...
Idę na zewnątrz. Słaby pomysł.
Hang on a second.
Wbijam.
Crap, okay, no. Okay, this courtyard requires a lot of careful planning, too. I know how to do it. It's difficult.
Wychodzę stąd.
Jak tam chcesz?
That patrol that walks around is a massive threat. That body that's right there. I almost forgot about that. Okay, good thing they didn't see it. Okay, now Storm's behind this wall. They can't see him here anymore. We move up now. Now, the reason we wanted to get Storm back here is we're going to get rid of the guy right here. Okay. Take his body now. Okay. Clear the courtyard, 1 of the 7, so 6 left. Okay, now have him go back here. Again, these guys can't see you. As long as you're prone right here. Should be fine. Yep. A little close, but... I'm gonna wait till they come back around one more time. Okay, that's close. Cutting it close, but... Okay.
Что это там?
Okay. Quickly hide these bodies.
Idę do środka.
Jasne.
Hide right back here. Okay, that patrol is gonna be coming back now. Okay, it's 4 enemies left in the courtyard to clear. Come on. Ooh. Okay, there we go. Prisoners are coming out in the courtyard. Courtyard's clear. Oh, and I... 1 second here. I almost forgot about this earlier here, too. Should probably pick that up. Niech żyje wodź najzelny marszałek Związku Radzieckiego Joseph Stalin. Long live the Marshal Joseph Stalin. Long live the Commander-in-Chief Marshal of the Soviet Union Stalin. So my translation almost, completely correct on that. But this is just, communist Soviet propaganda that was just put in Poland. Okay. The prisoners are all waiting on us. Okay. Now, final areas. Clear the second courtyard. 18 enemies to clear out here. Okay. There's a T-34 in the courtyard, but it's not being in use.
To może być szansa, by uciec bez awantury. Tyle, że ja nie umiem prowadzić.
Okay, 17 left. Okay. Great, and that officer right there is on high alert. That's not good. When they're on high alert, the second they spot you, it's alert right away. It's like you don't even have a second to react. Crap. Okay. Okay, take this body. Hide him in here.
Otworzę.
Okay, have Storm stay in that warehouse right there. I'm gonna open this door right here. Okay. Okay, come on, Storm. Hide in there. Okay, ooh. Okay, there we go. 2 out of the 18, 16 left in the courtyard to clear out.
Ох, как же я устал. Не до чуда, не до чуда.
Okay, wait. I'll do something. I'm gonna do something else. I got a different idea.
Скорее бы домой.
Find links. Okay. Clear this place. One more. Okay, this building's clear.
Ej, bracie, jesteś tu ze mną? Antek, ledwo oddycha. Ja go kurwa nie udźwignę. Gdzie jest burza?
His brother's been severely tortured. Okay. Now that I killed everyone in this building, I can actually commence my plan. Pick him up, pick him up. Okay, that's what I was gonna do, and my plan finally worked. It was just, it requires a little trial and error, but that's what I was gonna do, is I wanted to get Storm over there and then knife the guy really quick and do that. That was the rest. Have Storm hide back in the warehouse now. Those 2 guys that keep walking around, they gotta go, because they're gonna become a massive problem. It's not what I wanted them to do. I wanted them to both turn in the same direction. Okay, this is it. Oh wait, no, Thunder, Thunder. Thunder, Thunder, come on. Oh, there we go. Okay. Really close there, but... Okay, took care of it, okay. There's 13 left in the courtyard to clear up now. It's 2 more left. Okay. Ooh. Okay, this guy right here is next, but... This is the part of, you know, Polish history a lot of people don't know. Okay.
Dam radę poprowadzić tę ciężarówkę.
Okay. I'm gonna need Storm to move one more time. Now I just gotta wait for this scumbag with the bodies to come back here. There he is. There's 2 of them that keep walking around with bodies. Hide him in there. Okay. 11 more left to clear out. Okay. Those two guys are gonna eventually come back upstairs. No, not again. Okay. We saved that girl. Okay, it's 8 left in the courtyard. Okay, there we go. Ooh, that was not easy. Okay. There we go. Okay, these two guys still too here. There we go. Okay, it's clear. The last guy is left in the, right here. Okay. The prisoners can make a run for it now. They're free. All the prisoners are safe. Okay. Now to get, Helga and Lynx. This is Lynx. Look at what they've done to him.
Chodź tu, wielkie chłopisko. No tu jest nasz koleżka. Sam raczej nie pójdzie, zdaje się.
Nie pójdzie się, that means more like he's not gonna move, not like that he's not walking.
Rysiek, możesz gadać? Dojechali go mocno.
You get unique dialogue depending on what character you bring along to get Lynx and Helga.
Teraz trzeba tu przynieść Helgę.
Okay. Last building to clear. Okay, where did his gun land to?
Idę do środka.
Get the PPSH.
Idę na dół.
Oh crap, no. Wrong character I chose. I got this. I've got an idea how I'm gonna do this.
Что это там?
Here we go. Okay. My god, what do they have been doing to people in here? Okay, wait for the thunder. Only 2 left, and for this, I think you guys know what I'm gonna do here. Why I brought the PPSH in here.
Otwieram. Już mnie to wkurwia.
There's Helga.
Wiedziałem, że nie będziesz w jednym kawałku. Zabiorę cię stąd. Dobra, delikatnie, nie chcę ci krzywdy zrobić.
Czego jesteś, dziewczyno? Co oni ci zrobili? zwierzęta.
Helga? Co oni ci zrobili?
Zaczekaj tu na mnie. Zaraz wracam.
And right back here, there's a the final collectible in the game. October 13, 1944, only four parties in press, National Bulletin number 102. General Bohr rejected von Dem's box invitation. Warsaw, October 8, Pat. After the capitulation of Warsaw, General Bohr Komorowski, that's how you read it in Polish, Komorowski, taken prisoner by the Germans, was invited by the German SS General von dem Bach, commander of the Warsaw Front, for breakfast. At the same time, the Germans offered General Bohr to live in a palace of one of the estates near Skierniewice. Both proposals were rejected. The fate of the Warsaw population, numbers of the deported. Pruszków, October 10th, PAT, during August, through the camp in Pruszków, established for the Warsaw population on the premises of the railway. On the premises of the railway workshops, approximately 150,000 inhabitants of the Polish capital passed off, of which over 100,000 were sent to the Reich. By September 15, according to official German data, 243,000 people registered in the camp. Until the capitulation of Warsaw, the Pruszków camp took over 350,000 people. Since October 1st, the influx of evacuated people has increased significantly. Exact data are not yet known. Of the 350,000 who passed through the camp in August and September, approximately 220,000 people were deported to the Reich. The fate of most is unknown. What is known is that in the first period of the uprising, transports were sent to concentration camps in Auschwitz, Oranienburg, Grosseren, Buchenwald, and Stutthof, as well as the distribution labor camps in the Reich. Those are all concentration camps on there. And so this is what this basically is talking about. This is talking about the fate of the Polish resistance fighters. So the resistance fighters that got captured by the Germans at the end of the uprising. Now the Germans promised that that if they surrendered, they'll be treated under Geneva Convention conditions, that they would be treated humanely if they surrendered as prisoners of war. But they lied, and most of the Warsaw Uprising resistance members were actually sent to concentration camps where they didn't survive. During September, those dismissed from work were sent to Skierniewice. 8,600 people. Wołycz, 12,000. Piotrków, 18,500, and the Warsaw district, 15,000. Further transports to various cities in the Radom district, including Częstochowa, Końskie, Tomaszów, Mazowiecki, Karszyko, and Kiełecze. Since October, transports of those released from the camp have been sent to the Radom and Kraków districts. Larger numbers of Warsaw residents were transported to Jedzieżów, Wolbrom, Słominiki, Miechów, Bochnia, Tarnów, Skawina, and Kocmyrzów. Oświęcim, October 12th, PAT, during August and September, 10,250 people from the Warsaw were brought to the Auschwitz concentration camps. The transports came from Pruszków in the following order: 12-8, 2,000 men, and 3,200 women. 4.9, 3,000 men, and 1,150 women. 14.9, 900 women. Those brought from Pruszków to Oświęcim are separated from other prisoners so that the latter do not learn the details of the Warsaw Uprising. They receive camp numbers and normal food without a weekly bonus. By September 20, 15 people had died. Oświęcim, October 12th, PAT. After the outbreak of the uprising in Warsaw, 60 Poles were arrested among the prisoners of the Auschwitz concentration camp, transported to Block 11, and then sent to the Reich. Those arrested were told that they would be held responsible for what happened in Warsaw. Warsaw is still on fire. Warsaw, October 12th, PAT. After the capitulation and occupation of Warsaw by German formation, the Germans started burning the remaining undamaged and not yet destroyed buildings. Acts of destruction started from Złota Street. And so this is the I would say that developers did a good job by making this the final collectible in the game. And also, here's something really scary about the collectibles. The collectibles, if you do a reverse image search of them on Google, you will actually find that the vast majority of these collectibles and documents are real documents. So chances are this is probably a real document as well. And this basically explains the fate of the resistance fighters, the fate of them, those who fought in the Warsaw Uprising, what happened to them. They didn't survive. The majority of them, the people who were taken prisoner by the Germans, they were lied to that they would be treated humanely. They were sent to concentration camps, murdered, and the ones who did end up surviving the uprising were captured by the Soviets and tortured to death. So they were either killed by the Nazis or killed by the Soviets. And this game did a really good job telling the story of the Polish resistance. So the majority of the resistance fighters did not survive. This is just horrible. It's horrible. And also that final part where it says that the buildings that the city started getting destroyed, that was the that right there was Hitler's order to destroy the city of Warsaw, the destruction of Warsaw. The entire city of Warsaw had been destroyed. German flamethrower units went door to door, just burning people alive in their homes. Okay. Helga can't move. Okay. Get her and Lynx out of here.
Chyba możemy się stąd zwijać.
Żeby nikt nie podniósł żlarma.
Albo żebyśmy nie trafili na jakiś posterunek po drodze.
Wiem, gdzie mamy jechać. W następną w prawo.
Powinniśmy ich zabrać do lekarza.
Wpadłem na to. A znasz jakichś żywych?
Nie.
Ja też nie. Mam wrażenie, jakbym nie znał już nikogo żywego.
This is it, and this ending right here.
Wyjechaliśmy z Warszawy. Nie zatrzymywali ciężarówki pełnej zwłok. Pamiętam, że zmrok tego dnia zapadł szybko. Gdy dotarliśmy do lasu koło Zielonki, było już ciemno. Dla mojego brata i Helgi było za późno. Antoni, mój brat, bez którego zginąłbym 100 razy i jedyna bliska mi osoba pozostała przy życiu, został pochowany moimi rękami w bezimiennym grobie. Litka, taka dzielna i mądra dziewczyna, której każdy z nas dużo zawdzięczał, zakatowana na śmierć przez opitych wódką barbarzyńców.
She was raped to death by the Soviets.
Pochowaliśmy ich oraz 16 pozostałych nieszczęśników. Kopaliśmy we trzech przez całą noc, nie odzywając się do siebie ani słowem. Nazajutrz rozdzieliliśmy się. Heniowi kazaliśmy iść do rodziny Burzy, gdzie go przyjmą. Miał zmienić tożsamość. Burza postanowił odszukać jedynego ze swoich 4 braci, który prawdopodobnie żył. Ja zaszyłem się w mieście, zmieniłem tożsamość. Jest rok 1945. Wiem, że mnie śledzą od 2 dni. Wiem, że mogę tego nie przeżyć. Dlatego piszę te słowa. Czy nasze poświęcenie było coś warte? Po tamtych przyszli następni. Ci sami, którzy nie chcieli pomóc nam, młodym i głupim, woleli patrzeć, jak giniemy. Nie mogę przestać myśleć o tym, że można było to rozwiązać inaczej, bez ofiary naszej krwi i naszego kochanego miasta. Nie mogę spać po nocach. Zamykam oczy i widzę brata. Brata i wszystkich innych, których znałem i widziałem ich śmierć. A mam tylko 19 lat. Czuję, że teraz na mnie kolej. W końcu zobaczę moich rodziców. Idą po mnie. Mam nadzieję, że ktoś kiedyś pozna naszą historię.
That's it. That's the end of it. That I will tell you guys that is the saddest ending that I've ever seen in a video game, and I do mean that. And the reason that I'm so saddened by this ending is because of just my Polish background. My parents are from Poland. I know this history pretty well. This is what happened to my people, and just that they had just Poland had just suffered so much through Soviet and Nazi occupation, and just the entire country being destroyed, cities being bombarded, destroyed, the Holocaust, millions of people murdered. And then after World War II, after all the rubble has been cleared out, to suffer under 40 more years of Soviet and communist imperialism and occupation, suffered under Stalin's reign, for 8 more years. And then after Stalin died, Khrushchev took over, and it wasn't as scary when Khrushchev was in power. He did de-Stalinize a lot, but they still lived under terror. So the nightmare for Poland, it didn't end really until 1989. That's when the nightmare ended for Poles. That's when Poland was finally free. Poland wasn't finally freed after World War II. It was finally freed under... The nightmare started in 1939, and it didn't end until 1989. So 50 years. For 50 years, Poland had suffered. It was just that... Man. And, this game, I want to thank Destructive Creations for, for highlighting this at the end and just showing this and just showing the Soviet occupation. Because that's what confuses a lot of people. Why are the Soviets the enemies in the final mission? Germans were the enemies in the first 5, because the resistance in Poland, they ultimately wanted a free and independent Poland. They didn't want a, Poland that was, controlled by Nazi Germany. They didn't want a Poland that was controlled by the Soviet Union. They wanted a free and independent Poland, and the uprising ultimately failed because the Soviets would not help during the uprising. The Polish resistance sent radio calls. They were begging for assistance. The Soviets ignored them. They would not help them because they knew they were going to make their own independent government after that, and Stalin didn't want that. So Stalin let the Nazis just slaughter people. He let the Nazis slaughter so many people. And also the thing about this is that the resistance fighters who fought in this, they were not honored as heroes until 50 years after World War II. That's when they were truly honored as heroes. Because if you actually said that the resistance fighters were heroes, that the Armia Krajowa, those were the home army, if you called them heroes, you would have been arrested in Poland. Is that in Polish schools, they taught that the Armia Krajowa were bad people, that they were capitalists, that they oppressed the working class, all this nonsense propaganda. These guys were freedom fighters, and the vast majority of the people that were in Armia Krajowa were working class Poles. So it was just a bunch of nonsense that the Soviets had pushed, just such disgusting propaganda. So those people weren't regarded as heroes until 50 years later. The sacrifices that they made. The majority of them died, and I will have on the screen a lot of the Polish resistance leaders and their fates, what ended up happening to them. But most of the resistance, they didn't survive. They didn't make it. If they survived Nazi occupation, they probably didn't survive Soviet occupation afterwards. To survive both of those, the chances of surviving both of those is very slim. And the thing is, though, is that the main character, Youngster, when you think about it, is that what he went through is very realistic to what happened to other, it's very realistic to what happened to a lot of other, Polish people. Because think about it this way. Lynx and Youngster's father was killed, was captured by the Soviets, and when he refused to collaborate with them, he was executed. So their father was executed in 1939 when the Soviets invaded Poland in September 17, 1939. That was when the Soviets had an alliance with Nazi Germany, before the Nazis betrayed them 1.5 years later. So their father was murdered by the Soviets. And then 5 years later, their mother was murdered by the Nazis during the Warsaw Uprising. And then a month later after that, Lynx was tortured to death and murdered by the Soviets. So that was it. Youngster's father and mother, father and brother were taken from him by the Soviets, and his mother was taken from him by the Nazis. So these are the two of the most brutal regimes that ever existed. Hitler's Germany and Stalin's Soviet Union are the two most brutal regimes that existed. And for Poland to go through both of them and suffer under both of them, just horrible. Just Polish history has just been filled with suffering and just sadness and just so much destruction, and just there's just always been so many bad things that has happened in Polish history. And this is the worst time period in Poland. This is the absolute worst time period. Poland's gone through a lot in its history, but this is the absolute worst time period in Poland. So, and also, as for what happened to Youngster, what does that mean? His final dialogue when he's saying that, you know, I changed my name, I'm hiding from them, and they're coming after him. They're looking for him because he was part of the resistance. The NKVD, the communist authorities, they're looking for him. And he said that, you know, I will be with my, you know, father and brother soon, that they're gonna kill him. He doesn't expect to survive. So he's gonna, he doesn't expect to survive. He's only 19 years old. His whole life is ahead of him. So Storm and, so really, the only characters that survived in the game are Storm and Henyu. Those are the only guys who survived. Helga was tortured and raped to death, and Lynx was tortured to death. And Youngster was possibly killed right after the game. The game heavily implies that Youngster was killed right after the game. So Storm and Henyu are the only survivors. And so thank you guys. And Henyu, and chances are Storm might not survive. He might not. They might find him. So he still has one more brother that he's looking for, and the communists might find him and they might kill him. So Henyu might really be the only survivor left. He's a child, so he's not going to draw as much attention that he was a former resistance fighter. So Henyu might be really the only guy left who survived in the game. But thank you guys for watching. Again, thank you to Destructive Creations, and thank you to, you know, for making a game like this. And thank you everybody who watched. I'm gonna have one final video on this game, maybe in like a week or two, doing a review on this game and, you know, giving my thoughts on it. But I'm just very happy that they made a game playing from the Polish perspective, Polish developer, and they added Polish dub where the characters actually speak Polish. I do really appreciate that, and the dub was really good. I speak Polish, and so I'll tell you that the dub was really good. There might have been like a word or two that was like wrong in the subtitles, but the subtitles were mostly accurate. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys.